What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode number 2 of shredding season. So today is the 2nd of June. It's quite exciting. I'm 18 weeks out from my first show, which is ICN Western Australia. Now you're probably thinking, Tom, why are you competing in Western Australia? My coach Alan, he's actually living in WA, so I thought it'd be an awesome opportunity to go visit him, but also, get the experience, see a new city that I've only been there once before. But yeah, guys, with that, I wanted to also let you know, if it is your first time and you haven't tuned into the last 2 episodes, that basically the last 3 weeks I have been eating at my maintenance calories. As of yesterday, so the 1st of June, it was the first day of the cutting phase, okay? Just because the comp dates did change around a little bit, which is totally fine, like we've got a bit more time. So with that, my calories have dropped down. Now with my calories, they were 3540, so 3,540 calories. They've now changed to 3,040 calories. So I'm in a good 500 calorie deficit. Now with that, I wanted to let you know that my calories and my macros are 250 protein, 375 carbs, and 60 grams of fat. So I thought it'd be an awesome opportunity for me to film a full day of eating for you guys, so you can get a bit of an idea about what I'm eating, and hopefully, you can get some meal examples that you can incorporate into your day to day. Now, in relation to my macros, obviously you don't have to follow along to these exact macros. They are customized around obviously my weight, my activity level and whatnot. If you haven't got a set amount of macros and you're wanting to learn, I've actually done a previous video before. So I'm gonna link that one up above. So if you hit the I above, you can click on that video, watch it, set up your own calories and your macros based around your current goals, whether you're wanting to bulk up or get shredded. And I'm also gonna pop it in the description below as well. Feel free to watch that one afterwards. But basically, I thought, I'd jump into a full day of eating. So they are my calories. Now, for anyone wondering, I do follow the principle if it fits in macros, okay? So flexible dieting. So I'll give you guys a few examples. But yeah, I thought we'd jump into it right now. So the time it's quite late. It's like nearly 11 a.m. in the morning. So I haven't eaten anything. The reason being, as you probably know, got a fresh fade. So had my appointment at 9 and that one went a little bit longer than expected. So, thought I'd start filming now. So I am quite hungry. So we're gonna jump into it. Now for the first meal, I am gonna be having quite a large meal given that it is so late and I'm gonna be training relatively soon. I think we're training legs today at 2 p.m. So I thought I'd get some fuel in for that one. So I'm gonna switch around here. Kind of got all the ingredients for the first meal of the day. So generally I like to have my oats. Now I've got the brown sugar and cinnamon oats. So I'm gonna have 2 sachets of these. Pretty good macros, like high carbs, quite low fat. So I'm gonna have 2 sachets of that, and I'm gonna have that with 1 serving of your isopep. So this is just like a whey. So it's good protein source of brekkie, gives it flavor as well. So I've got the vanilla cream flavor, and I'm gonna throw in my creatine in there as well. So this is flavorless. The reason why I throw it in with my brekkie is just so I don't forget. Creatine is a really easy thing to forget. So I'm gonna have 5 grams of creatine. I've got 1 punnet of raspberries. So with my raspberries, I'm really liking the fresh at the moment. I was doing frozen, but you can't beat fresh raspberries on oats. So I'm gonna have 1 punnet of those. I'm gonna have a banana. Now, this is a pretty pathetic sized banana, but the reason when I am dieting, I like to get small fruit just to save calories. Obviously, these bad boys are good just because, they've got loads of potassium in there, but I don't want to get, those massive bananas because these are quite dense in carbs, okay? So I'm gonna have that on top of my oats, and then on the side, I'm actually gonna have 2 crumpets. Now with my crumpets, these are just your standard crumpets. These are basically just straight carbs. So it's like 16.6 grams of carbs. There's only 86 calories. So these are actually awesome to have during prep rather than having like your bread or having like your English muffins. So I'm gonna have 2 of these, and I'm gonna smash that with 2 servings of your light peanut butter spread. So this is the light peanut butter. I do go smooth as well. So I'm gonna be having 2 serves. So 1 serve is 22 grams. I'm gonna have 44 grams of this. This is basically gonna be my fat source because my fats are quite low, 60 grams, and I'm gonna get the rest of my fat from my low fat cheese, which I'll show you guys later. So yeah, I'm gonna basically whip that meal together now. Like I said, I am pretty hungry, and then I'll throw up the calorie breakdown and the macros for this meal up on the screen after we put it together. Let's get it. guys, so here is meal number 1. So I've got my proteins here. We've got 2 sachets of the brown sugar cinnamon. We've got 125 grams of raspberries and 1 small banana. And over here, I've also got my 2 crumpets with 2 servings of the light peanut butter. Forgot to mention, I've also got my 1 scoop of whey and my 5 grams of creatine in there as well. So I'm pretty keen to smash it. Massive meal with the macros and the calories. This has a makeup of 55 protein, 126 carbs. This is where I'm reading it from, my MyFitnessPal, and 25 grams of fat, a total of 993 calories. In my last video, I also mentioned I'm trying to drink 4 liters of water per day. So this jug is 2 liters. I'm gonna try to smash down a liter with this meal also. So after I eat this, I'm gonna have a chat to you guys about how I go about choosing my foods. Obviously, I do if it fits in macros, so it is really easy to track the wrong foods. So I'm gonna give you guys a few protocols that you can implement, and as well as that later in this video, I'm gonna run you guys through my checklist as well. So these are like the non-negotiables that I basically have to tick off on my day-to-day when I am tracking, just to ensure that I am incorporating the right foods. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this. I'll see you guys soon. So just finished up my meal then. It was amazing. Honestly, breakfast is one of my favorite meals of the day. I know it's something about having like some peanut butter and obviously the sweet stuff from the fruit just goes down like a treat. So I'm feeling good now. Energy's feeling good. Obviously all carbed up. What I was gonna say, guys, the time now is 10 to 12. So I've got a Zoom meeting at 12 o'clock. I'm actually gonna be finding out from any time. So from my work when the gyms are opening up. So I'm pretty keen to find out because, you know, it's been nearly 2.5 months. So kind of itching to get back in, not only myself, but also for my clients. So I'll probably let you guys know in the next clip when the gyms are opening up, which is pretty exciting. But yeah, I wanted to chat to you guys about the protocols that I was talking about earlier. Now with the protocols, I wasn't talking more so about exactly you're gonna have this food and that food. It was more so just in relation to being mindful of what types of food you're having, okay? So obviously the benefit of if it fits your macros and flexible dieting is that you can have whatever you want. It's all about, you know, the calorie intake, so just making sure that the calories and the macros set your goals and targets for the day. But what I wanted to say was that there is an easy trap to fall into, that is, you know, tracking foods that are, you know, high in sugar, high in fat, like kind of like your junk food. So you can obviously fit that in. What I was gonna say, something that my coach told me to be mindful of, is stick to the minimum 80 and 20 rule. So 80% whole foods, 20% other foods like processed foods that you can sneak in. Majority of your intake, you gotta make sure that you are getting it from your whole foods that obviously are more nutritious compared to obviously your processed foods. And as well as that, they're gonna keep you more satiated. So they're gonna keep you fuller for longer, which is ideal and which is what you want during a cutting phase when you are putting yourself in a deficit, because sooner rather than later, you're gonna be hungry. So you wanna get higher volume foods to keep you fuller for longer rather than having, you know, a sugary snack or a high fatty food that isn't really gonna, I guess, fill you up for long. Like it might be good at that moment, but, you know, give yourself, you know, towards the end of the day, you're gonna be starving and the likelihood of you cheating your diet is gonna be much higher. So that's something that I wanted to give you guys just a little bit of a pro tip about. Try to steer more towards, you know, like make sure there's heaps of fruit and veg, you're sticking to your whole foods, your grains and whatnot, just to ensure, you know, that obviously you're staying full and you're staying happy. But yeah, I'm gonna jump into this Zoom call now, guys. I'll see you after, and then we're gonna cook the second meal of the day. So I'll run you through that meal. I was gonna mention as well, basically I'm gonna be having 3 main meals, just like I did then, and I'm just gonna have a small snack as a post-workout meal, which I'll run you guys through. So I'll see you in a little bit. So guys, it is 2 p.m. Zoom call went a little bit longer than expected. Super excited though, got some great news. Now I found out that the gyms were opening on Friday, which is like 3 days away. Super excited. I literally spent like the last hour on the phone calling clients, getting people booked in, because we kind of found out last minute, but nonetheless, I am excited. So yeah, really keen. Anyone who's living in Queensland is gonna be stoked. I am at Anytime Fitness, so your gym might be different, but still fantastic news. Anyway, I am quite hungry. Leg session is gonna get pushed back a bit, but I'm gonna be having chicken stir fry for my second meal. This is classified as like my lunch meal. So this one is gonna be high protein, high carbs, quite low in the fats, and it's gonna be quite voluminous as well. So I'm gonna show you guys now. So what I've got is 200 grams of already pre-weighed chicken breast. So I just dice it up. Easy to cook, nice and fast to cook. I'm gonna be having that with 1 pack of these Singapore style noodles. So these are great, pretty low calories for how much volume you get. So for 1 pack of this, it's only, 230 calories, and you've got 43 carbs. So this is gonna be my carb sauce. For my sauce, I'm gonna be having honey, garlic, and soy stir fry sauce. So you would have seen last video, I'm loving these Master Food sauce bags. I'm gonna have 2 servings of this, which is 20 grams of carbs, but this sauce honestly tastes amazing. And with the veg sauce, I'm gonna be having the Bird's Eye Stir Fry Oriental Mix. So this one's a good source of, obviously, you get your micronutrients in there, good mixture of greens, carrots, and I think they've also got water chestnuts as well, which I actually tried yesterday, and they're amazing. So with this, there's only like 6 grams of carbs to add a bit of extra volume. So I'm gonna whip this together now, show you guys what it looks like. Let's get it. Alright guys, here is lunch. So this is my meal number 2. We've got the chicken stir fry, it looks amazing. As you can see, lots of volume, that's the size of my hand. So it is a big plate. With this meal, it is only 581 calories, okay? So it is a smaller meal. Like I said, I just want to get high carbs, high protein, pre-workout. With the calories, it's obviously 581. With the macros, we've got 60 protein, 71 carbs, and we've only got 5 grams of fat, believe it or not. So super low fat meal.
Dress with them heels on, you ain't been out in like so long. Let's pop a bottle, get so gone. This Jamo I'm sipping is so strong. In the Rolls Royce, the destination is your choice. Make you feel like it's prom night, cameras flashing like all night. Yeah, my girl, she look alright, so how it feels to be alright. He held you back, I can't believe that you fell for that. Telling me he came up short, now I gotta make up for it.
So we just finished up the leg workout. It is super late. It's currently 7:45, so in the PM. So I'm just having my post-workout meal now. With my post-workout meal, I generally like to smash the protein. So I'll show you guys in a moment what I'm having. So basically in this shaker, I've got 1 scoop of your EHP Isopep, so the same I had with brekkie, with 200 mils of water in there. I've got 1 Pink Lady apple, so this is medium size, around 140 grams. And I've also got Soya Yo Pro. So this stuff is amazing. It's got 15 grams of protein per serve, and I believe only 6.5 carbs. So I've got 200 grams of this stuff with 1 chopped banana. So total calories in this one is 405 calories, and it's got 52 protein, 41 carbs, and 1 fat. So with that, I'm gonna cook up dinner now as well while I'm eating this, just because it is super late. I'm also gonna smash my water, and I've got around 2K steps to fit in as well. So yeah, I'll see you guys at dinner. So guys, I'm just gonna show you my last meal of the day, which is my dinner. So this is quite a big meal. Obviously I wanna go to bed nice and full. So with my dinner, I'm basically just gonna be making Italian beef pasta. So what I'm gonna be having 220 grams of this extra lean mince. So the Heart Smart mince, I just get that one from Woolworths. I'm also going to be having 150 grams of pasta. So I'm going to be having the largest spirals here. So it's quite high carb meal to finish the night off. I'm going to be having 58 grams of this tasty light cheese. So this is a good source of fat. Obviously, like I mentioned earlier, I have my peanut butter, and I'm going to be having this to finish off my fats. And then I'm going to be having 160 grams of this tomato, onion, and roast garlic to pasta sauce. So with this one, I do get the salt reduced as well, just because, you know, it can add up with my sodium and whatnot, because I do salt this meal. And for my veggies, I'm just going to be having 150 grams of these mixed veg. So I'm going to throw this meal together now, and that's going to wrap up the full day of eating. Here is my last meal of the day. So I've got my Italian beef pasta. As you can see, this is a huge bowl of food, so I'm keen to smash it down. That's the size of my hand, so it is honestly big. Trust me when I say that. Now, with this, I've basically got a Pepsi Max here. So I'm gonna wash this meal down with a Pepsi Max. I was gonna chat to you guys about your sugar-free drinks. I wanted to say, don't be scared of them. Obviously they are calorie-free. They've got a tiny bit of sodium. All I was gonna say, as long as you are consistent and you're not going overboard with these, they are totally fine to have. With this, I basically have maybe max one a day or one every couple of days when I feel like it. It really helps with your cravings, and it's just a good change up, I find, just from your plain water. Now, with the calorie and macro breakdown with this meal, we've got 1,176 calories. So that's gonna wrap up my 3,040 calories. And we've got 84 protein, I've got 137 carbs, and 29 grams of fat. So it is a huge meal to end the day. I kind of like to have a big dinner. I'm not one to have all my food throughout the day and have a tiny dinner, because I find that I don't really work too well when I am going to bed hungry. You know, you might be different, but that's basically what I do. But also I wanted to chat to you guys about those non-negotiables that I was chatting about earlier, and also a few other pro tips that I can give you guys. Now, first pro tip I wanted to say was, if you can, weigh any of your raw ingredients like your meats, pastas, rices at raw rather than cooked weight. Now that makes a huge difference to the calorie makeup, okay? So that can really make a huge difference. If you are cutting, you might find, you know, you're on super low calories, but for some other reason, you might be having a bit of tracking inaccuracy, which is gonna make a huge difference to your physique. So I was gonna say, if you can, weigh them raw. That's just gonna make sure that you're gonna just stay as consistent as possible, and it's gonna help you get those results flowing. Another thing as well, I would say, if you can, invest in one of these. So this is kitchen scales. These are super cheap. So I think this costs $15 from Kmart, and that's gonna make a huge difference as well. Actually having the accurate amount of weight that matches in MyFitnessPal or your meal plan, just because obviously eyeballing, you know, 50 grams of rice compared to weighing 50 grams of rice is a massive difference. So definitely implement those if you aren't already. But otherwise, I also wanted to say, in relation to my eating, what I am trying to do with my non-negotiables is just making sure I'm having anywhere between 200 to 300 grams minimum of fruit and minimum 300 to 500 grams of vegetables every day, just to make sure that I'm getting enough micronutrients in for my body. Generally, that'll cover all your micronutrients that you do need if you're changing up the colors of the fruit and veg. And with that as well, it's gonna help you stay fuller for longer. So it's gonna satiate you, which is gonna help you stay on track with your eating plan, whether you're shredding or you're bulking. So that's basically all I wanted to say. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. And as well, if you could show some love to the channel and support and hit that subscribe button, I would appreciate that. Otherwise, guys, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one.